Breaking news, the Clippers are trading James Harden. Now, at the time I'm recording this, it is not official. However, there are reports by Shams that the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Clippers are looking to trade and swap. Let me get into it in this video. Before I do, please like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers, bro. It's going to be lit. Anyway, yes, I have Golden Hoops running in the background. Sue me. All right, so Shams has posted that the Los Angeles Clippers and 11-time All-Star James Harden are working with whether both sides can find a deal by Thursday's trade deadline. Okay, Thursday, it's coming up soon. Now, when this developing story has come out, it does not mean he's traded yet. It might be by the time you're seeing this video. If so, he has probably been traded for Darius Garland. Now, the reason I know that is because people like Chris Mannix have reported that the Clippers and the Cavs have have had advanced discussions on a James Harden and Darius Garland swap. Okay, so let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Los Angeles Clippers payroll just to see how this would work. Okay, so James Harden is currently being paid about $40 million or $39 million. He has a player option after this season, whether so he can choose his future. And if we look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland is under contract until 2028. Now, I am very interested to see if this is a one-on-one swap. Is this just Darius Garland for James Harden? Now, what I want to think about and kind of talk about is why would James Harden want to trade? I'm pretty sure James Harden went to this team because he wanted to play on an LA team. He wanted to be in LA. He didn't want to be in Philadelphia anymore. He had Embiid and stuff like that, but I think he wanted to be there for the city, and that was my kind of thought process. And I watched the starting five on Netflix, not an ad or anything. I think they're even canceling their season, so like, bro, like, why would they pay me? Anyway, the reason I'm saying all this is because I think he wanted to be there for the city. However, this report makes me very confused. Why would James Harden want out? Is there any internal problems going down? Now, if you remember the start of the season, Chris Paul got sidelined because of some internal conflict. The Clippers were historically bad. They were 5-14, absolutely horrible. Or they were 5-20 or so. It was no, they were 5-21. That was the stat. They were horrible, right? They were absolutely garbage. But then you look at, and they actually sidelined him. They sent him home, but he's still on the team's payroll. They're probably not going to trade him. They're probably not going to, cut him as well, which kind of sucks. Not what I want to talk about in this video, but James Harden getting traded. James Harden, the reason I want to talk about that specifically is because maybe, and this is very skepticism, maybe James Harden did also have internal conflict with the Clippers. Then after that moment, they went on a crazy 17-4 record, and they're cooking. They're trying to get into the postseason. They're in the top 10 right now. I think they're 9th in the West, if I am correct. However, he is going to be traded, or probably going to be traded, to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, they will see if it might be another team. It might be another team, in which case this video is invalid, and that is totally fair. I'll make a new video or something like that. However, James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Will that work for both teams? Now, I'm trying to think about it. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they had a 60-win team last year, and the only thing they kind of went after were like, okay, we need another point guard or something. They went after Lonzo Ball. I love Lonzo Ball, but he has had the worst shooting season basically ever. There's about 420 active players in the NBA, and he ranks 460th in field goal percentage, bro. That is garbage. It's like 23% or so. It's so bad. As a point guard, the one season Lonzo Ball is healthy, he's playing like absolute poop. All right. So when I think about this, Darius Garland last year also came back to the All-Star game, had a crazy leap once again. But let's think about it this way. James Harden on this Cavs squad with Donovan Mitchell, with Jarrett Allen, who just dropped 40, with Evan Mobley, defensive player of the year candidate, possibly. Who knows? I don't know. Don't think he will win it, but he could. James Harden with that team, that's a good team. I do think on paper that's a good team, but James Harden is not getting any younger, which is kind of what confuses me. Darius Garland is quite young still. He's in his 20s, if I am correct. It's tough. It is tough. I do think it could work out for both teams. The Clippers with Darius Garland, it feels weird to me. Now, the Clippers do get younger. They are like the oldest team in the NBA. They have Bradley Beal that went down. They had a few injuries to all their guys, and it was just not looking. You can see Brook Lopez, I think he had some injury time as well. I don't know. It's hard because on one end, you have James Harden, who's older. However, he is still an all-star level talent. I literally made a short on my TikTok and my Instagram detailing James Harden and why, or a few other people too, but why he's an all-star snub. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, like, they both should be all-stars, or at least one of them, you know what I mean? At least Kawhi Leonard. But the Cavs would be basically getting an all-star, and it's at the tail end of his prime. I think it could work. It could possibly work. If we have a look at the NBA table here, sorry to get rid of the Golden Hoops highlights. I know you guys were enjoying that in the background there. The Cavs are 5th in the West. They were getting pretty bad, but like when you think about it, bro, like in the whole season, last season, we have a look at last season. The Cavs were the first in the East. They had 18 losses the whole season. The Cavs this season have already matched that and added 3 losses as well. But it's the East. They're still doing okay. They are in playoff contention. So James Harden's joining a playoff team, and Darius Garland is joining maybe a postseason team. We will have to see on that. James Harden, I think, what does he bring to the Clippers? Sorry, what does he bring to the Cavaliers? I think he brings scoring. I think he brings just a level of ball handling, but like control and offense generation that is kind of missing on the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. I still don't know why, personally, they have fallen off so much since last season. What do you guys think? If you have been paying attention very closely to the Cleveland Cavaliers, please let me know. Why has that happened? I don't know, but you guys can let me know. Now, we think about let's stop talking about James Harden for a bit. I know he's the main name in this trade, but Darius Garland, he could be a good asset for the Clippers. They do need some young stars. They do need someone like Darius Garland to come in and hopefully continue to perform and get back to that all-star level talent and production. And it could happen. It could happen. I do think it could be a good squad. But it's kind of rough, though, just because, like, you're going from a team that he's played for his whole career since 2018, from trying to convince LeBron to stay, to now possibly getting traded. I mean, that's sad. That is sad when you think about it, bro. That's like 8 years. Oh my goodness. Ew. 2018, 8 years ago. Yuck. But I think I want to think about this. If this trade does happen, I'm interested to see if it is just basically a one-on-one swap, because it could work financially, I think. Or you get some lower paying player and try and get them on the team. I don't know. I am interested to see if there's any draft capital if the trade has happened already, which I should probably check my phone. Okay, it's not happened yet. All right, I'm just making sure, bro. I'm stressing out here, bro. We're all stressing this time of the year. You know, Giannis, bro. If he gets traded, that's gonna be lit. But anyway, it's gonna be interesting to see how James Harden can continue his career, and see if Darius Garland can also make a success. What do you guys think? Like, I think the winner of the trade, if it was just a swap, I don't know. I would say the Clippers honestly would be winning, but I'm very confused is my overall opinions. Why would they want to trade him? Why would he want to get traded? They're working with each other, so I guess we'll see. Was Cleveland his ideal destination? That's a bit weird as a location. We know James Harden, bro. Houston, LA, like, you know, who knows? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe. Once again, we're trying to hit 100 subscribers, so have a good one. Peace.